participants of the podcast are either medical marijuana patients or in a state where it is recreationally legal. Two Fried Eggs podcast does not condone any illegal marijuana or drug use or sales.
Yo, guys, welcome back to Two Fried Eggs podcast, episode 30 with Dolph and our special, very, very special guest, the one and only OG Treats. Is it Treats? Am I saying that right?
It's Treats, yeah. What's up?
Okay, we were just discussing if maybe you, we didn't know, and don't take this the wrong way, but we thought maybe you had Treats, and that could be it. We didn't know for sure.
Dude, Lax calls me Tweets all the time, and he does it on purpose. He does it on purpose to irk me, dude, and it makes me laugh. He's a funny guy, dude. But yeah,
Lax and I came up. Lax and I came up together, man. I was a part of his original stream team and everything, dude. Cool, so yeah, me and Lax go way back, dude. He's super.
Yeah,
cool
when
cat.
I rate him, he's always like OG Tweets, and he makes it a point.
That's amazing.
He even says it to he's like, "Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Tweets?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's Tweets." And I'm like, "Oh,
nice."
Okay. But he's cool, dude. He's a really cool
guy. Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on, bro. I've really kind of grown to like your stream, and I hang out in there a lot and everything.
Thank you guys, man. Hey,
super stoked to have you.
I've been watching you, Bosch, a lot lately, and Dolphin Fin Gaming, I've been watching you too. And you guys got beautiful beards, man. I'm so jealous. Look at this. Has anyone ever told you guys that? No one mentions the beards ever. And I look at you guys, I'm like,
thank you very much.
I'm not lying. This is as much as I get. So when I see you guys, I'm like, man,
getting a lot of gray in it now, man. You know, the kids and whatnot have kind of done that.
I want to be gray. No gray.
No, none. Yeah.
I dyed this color, you know?
There you go. Hey, it looks good. Yeah, so I went to the dispensary today. I was a little late.
Nice.
Here, but I went to the dispensary today, picked up some really cool stuff. I was totally out of weed, and I had no more on my cartridge either. It's gone.
Right.
I've been seeing that cartridge you've been smoking, Bosch. It looks really fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, dude. I got that from that Pulsar and or Pulsar. Sorry, I said air, but Pulsar vaporizers. I'm a little cooked myself right now, so don't mind me.
Yeah, I see you smoking that
super
weed
dope, man, and it looks just
joint.
like a fucking vape and shit. So it's real low key, which I really like. So
I like the color.
Yeah.
The color's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and it changes too. If it gets warm, watch this shit. So watch now, it won't work for some reason. Wouldn't that be fucked up? Yeah.
That's cool. It's like a yellow.
So it's it gets like lime green or whatever if it gets warm or whatnot. It's pretty dope.
That's really cool. Yeah, I have a problem with dark colored things because all the furniture in my house is dark. So once I set it down,
for sure. It's having a black lighter, having a black lighter at a fucking campfire. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I got a white one because
there you go.
Yeah,
nice.
Because I was like, I got to be able to see this, you know.
Yeah.
I bought this one thinking it would be a good. It just doesn't work very well. But the color wise, I could find it wherever it went. It's like a shiny blue. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of reflective too. I like that.
We used to go camping a lot, man. We used to have a lake property here in Missouri, and we go down there and we would always buy yellow or white or something like that because any dark color, as soon as the sun went down, you were never finding it.
Yeah,
it was just instantly lost.
That's smart.
Man.
Yeah, that's smart. So, yeah, I got an eighth called Jelly Donuts. It's 30% THC sativa. But you guys seen this brand? Have you guys heard of this brand?
No, I have not. No, not here in Missouri.
I don't know if it's a Kelly thing or something. It's really cool. So this company, right? They bought out a non-used prison. So they just bought a prison and they grow weed in the prison.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they donate part of the proceeds to the No Prisoner Left Behind project, which works to get people out of prison for growing weed. So it's so cool.
Nice. That's cool.
Their motto's we grow weed in a prison to help get people out of prison for growing weed. It's so cool, dude.
That's
really cool.
That's dope, dude. That's hella dope.
Yeah, they give back.
All goes full circle, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But it's a sativa. I usually smoke sativas during the day, or else I get really sleepy. So,
where you out of, or where are you from?
Southern California, dude. I'm right on outside of LA, so it's it's really popular.
Nice, man.
Cool. And then I got these, which were cool. These are some gummies. So these are indica. So it's watermelon flavor. Each gummy, they're like circles, right? Each one is 10 milligrams, and they're pretty good. So they got a good deal. I got 2 packs for the price of one, which is awesome. And then
always loving a deal.
I've freaking decided. Yeah. I've freaking decided that gummies don't work for me, man. I freaking freak out on that shit. Hell yeah!
Oh
dude.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta dose it right, dude.
I use a lot of stuff. I mainly stick to indicas because sativas and stuff give me anxiety. I have real bad anxiety problems.
Me too, dude.
And so I have to be careful. A lot of weed that I smoke that will actually give me panic attacks. So I have to watch like what terpenes I'm getting and things like that. And just by using over time and shit, since it's become legal, I've kind of figured out what works for me and what doesn't, you know. So
that's what I like about it being legal, dude, is like, because it's legal, you can actually find like a certain strain and what effects it has, and you can dose it to where it works perfectly with you. You know what I mean? And
right,
I think that's
absolutely.
so cool. Instead of getting it like back in the day just from whoever's selling it, and you don't even know what strain it is, and you just get hope for the best.
Or if it's
like,
clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, nowadays with all the freaking fentanyl and all that crap, man, it's good to have
horrible.
places. I couldn't imagine, like back in the day, man. And I'll tell you, I mean, I've done a lot of stuff back in the day. I was a real piece of work. I've messed with pills, and I've done different things, and so on and so forth.
I think we've all kind of messed around back in the day.
Yeah. Yep. But nowadays, with like my son just turned 18. He's just graduating high school. Graduation's this coming Friday. And like being his age, I've constantly been like, dude, I know you've been around it. You know, he smokes, you know, and he's not necessarily of legal age, but shit, I smoked when I was 13.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, that's like, me too. I started smoking when I was like 15.
I keep telling him, man, I'm like, it's okay, you know, to smoke a little here and there as long as you know where it comes from, but please don't fuck with pills, don't mess with none of that stuff. Dude. And he told me, he's like, well, Dad, I'm not going to, you know, he's already lost friends in high school and stuff to the fentanyl problem and shit. So it's a wild time, man.
The thing about it is, like, back in the day, I remember, you know, I messed around. I tried different things here and there, and it's going around. But the difference is like back in the day, there were different like types of drugs. You know, there's some pretty hardcore stuff and there's some pretty mild stuff. But nowadays, it's like, it's not even the drug anymore, dude. Like, you can't get just a certain drug because there's like fentanyl in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like everywhere, dude. It's just, you can't get drugs. And I'm not saying getting drugs is good. I'm just saying it's not what it used to be. It's kind of crazy right now. Well, in the U.S. anyhow, it is. I know.
Yeah, it used to be super easy to get clean, either clean pills or whatever, like things that you know
but
were
now
good.
you don't know.
No,
I don't know.
When I was younger,
man.
When I was younger, I didn't even worry about that stuff. I'd go and maybe if I was lucky, like of course back when I was real young, there wasn't even internet yet. You know what I'm saying? But then,
I remember those times.
I mean, and then when the internet came around and stuff, you could look up a pill and make sure it was what you were getting, but you weren't worried about just touching it or something making you OD. You know, which is wild stuff, man.
Sure, yeah.
But then, of course, that said, the weed game's come a long way since we were younger, too.
It is. You know, it's funny because you talk to people who are older than us, right? Like our parents or even some of our grandparents, if they're still around. And they will tell you that the weed nowadays is like super weed compared to what they were smoking. You know, it's definitely a lot stronger because they made it that way. You know,
you needed a pound to get high back then.
No shit.
I remember getting like that brick weed. Remember
all the time, bro.
You had to clean it, and then you had to roll it like before you could smoke. I remember that, dude. Those were back in the day.
Have you always lived in Cali, or?
Yeah, lived in Cali my whole life, dude.
Nice,
no
shit.
But my family's from. I got a lot of family in Arizona, so I got Arizona, Texas actually. Texas, my bad. But yeah, I got a little bit of family in Arizona. But
I wonder how good your brickweed was compared to my brickweed, because I had to wait for it to get all the way to the Midwest, bro. So
you can have all kinds of random goodies in there.
Remember just tearing it apart, and every once in a while, like, you'd get some shit, and you'd go to tear it apart, and all the seeds would just go.
All right, I got a question. I got a question for everybody here. What was the weirdest thing you found in your brickweed, dude? Did you ever find it anywhere? What's the weirdest thing you found in your brickweed, man?
Me, it was just all different kinds of plastics and stuff, man. I remember tearing it apart. Like, I'd buy, you know, a little bit at a time, and when you were breaking it apart, just different pieces of plastic. Some of it, like, would have markings and stuff on it. You just never knew. But I've never found anything, like, crazy.
Yeah. I found pubic hairs, dude. Well, we called them pubic hairs. We were cleaning some weed, me and my buddies, and we kept finding like these weird hairs, dude. But they were like super curly. And I was like, dude, I think these are pubes, bro. And after a while, it was kind of gross, but we still smoked it. We were so young. We were like, you need to get high, though, bro.
I would have too. Shit, I would have too.
Smoke
this smells like burnt hair.
Weed, it's like, what strain is that? I think it's crabs with a little bit of the herpes. I don't know.
Right.
I'll tell you later. Tell you in a couple of weeks. I'm just kidding, man. Oh,
that's fucking hilarious, dude. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. I smoked that brick stuff up until, you know, well, I mean, it's been a while now, but I smoked it way past when other people quit smoking it, to where it was hard to find. I would still search for the brick stuff just because, like I was saying, with my anxiety and not having a way to actually select what I was getting and stuff, which at that time I didn't really know any different. But like when I smoked the good stuff, it would give me a lot of anxiety because it was so potent and I wasn't used to it. So I would still, for a long time, still look for the brick stuff because that's just what I was used to smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's like a different step. You know, it's totally different.
Yeah.
So I had a question for Dolph. You said you just started streaming. How long ago since you've been streaming? How long have you been streaming now?
Oh, 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
No way, man.
Yeah.
I watch his stuff and it seems like he's been streaming like he's just natural at it, dude. I've been watching your VODs. I enjoy it. Yeah.
I
it's cool.
appreciate
Like getting to see the whole crew you guys hang with, Builder, you, Bosch.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool, dude. Like it's really like the group is awesome. You know, it makes me. I think like one thing I notice is a lot of the people who watch me, I always try to watch them as well. But my schedule's so busy because I got 3 kids. So
I do too.
You know, I got work and then 4. We got the stream and we got the kids, right? The people that I can't watch live, I actually watch the VODs, which actually for me is cool because I get to watch it while I'm laying in bed and just chill. I got all the time in the world then, you know? And the thing about it is I noticed there's a lot of people who have like really low, like not a lot of people watching and they're so good. And they're so awesome to watch. You know, and like I see you guys in your group, like even your group is like you guys awesome, like to watch. Like it's entertaining.
It's
like
a bunch
natural.
of it's a bunch of shit talking. That's for sure.
But it's cool because you feel like when I watch you guys, I feel like chill, like it's a chill spot to be.
Oh yeah,
like you're amongst buddies. You know what I mean? It's really fun.
We just talk to each other how guy friends talk to each other, really, man. Just busting each other's balls, but it's all in good fun. And when it comes right down to it, we've had some things happen. Myself, I've had some things happen, and other people in the community and stuff. And it's been really cool, man, because everybody, like, once that happens, man, everybody pulls together and really has each other's backs and shit.
Before I started streaming, a friend of mine talked about it years ago, and he talked about like the mental health issues and feeling alone and whatever. I'm like, I don't feel that in this streaming community because I came into this as just a viewer. Then I turned and I started getting involved with GTA RP with Bosch there, and I'd go on the stream with him then, and we would just interact. And this was almost 2 years ago now, and then we're a podcast now. Like, I don't feel lonely ever. Like I always have my boys around me. We're always playing together. Even if they don't want to play what I'm playing, they're still in my stream talking trash to me or whatever, like having a good time. Like it's I just don't feel that way. I don't see how it could ever feel that way or be that way when you surround yourself and reciprocate the cool and the good with the people that you put around you. Like Bosch knows that if there's something he needs to do for his stream or whatever, I'm the first person to try to back him up to do it. I've given him ideas to make it happen or facilitate something. I'm always there for him. That's always, and it was never asked. He never asked me to be that guy, but I was like, I want to watch this because I enjoyed watching his stream from get. I was a fan to start. Like I was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking amazing. And That's right.
Let me
mute him. You are though. You are. I enjoy your streams.
You guys are gonna make me blush. What the fuck, man?
Well, when I first met him, he was doing Leroy.
Yeah.
And so
it was a GTA character.
Yeah.
His camera was off when I first found him, and he's there talking. Next thing you know, this white kid pops up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that is amazing. And then the more I listened, it was just cool RP, and then I joined the city, and the rest is history, man.
I don't even know if you know about cool. Leroy, but I did a lot of GTA RP, and Leroy was a black police officer / kind of a pimp when he wasn't on duty, you know, always in lowriders and stuff like that, doing that. And then
you got a voice
switched over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a voice.
Can I hear it? Let's hear
it.
I'll be
like, hey, motherfucker, how you doing? How the hell you doing over there, Treats? What's going on, baby?
Bro, I like that.
That's how he talked. And then I left the city that I was in and went back to it after a while. When he came back, it was like he relapsed and got into drugs and blah, 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 and then started doing kind of the gangster thing, you know. So that's the whole Leroy thing. But anyway.
That's so cool. Yeah. I got a PC about 2 years ago, and not till I think it was earlier this year did I start trying GTA RP.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I did it for about like a month, but I didn't stream it. I was just kind of trying to learn it on my own because it's a process to learn and even to kind of like stay in character. It was different than anything I've ever done. you know, but it definitely was a lot of fun. It's just, I didn't really like click with a group that well, but I think it might have been maybe the server I was on.
Well, and it's
it wasn't a really popular one. It was one that was kind of just like, I just wanted to go learn on, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've been on some big ones, man. And I'll tell you, it doesn't, there's so much drama mixed in with it, and then a lot of people are using it as like a dating fucking game, or you know, like a Sims game on some, you know, stuff like that. And then people get like get clicks, and I don't know. There's just it becomes too much drama. It's like fucking, to me, it ends up being like high school a lot of times.
Wow,
you know, where there's a whole lot of drama mixed in with the cities and stuff. But you can stay away from it. But it is. It just wasn't for me. I mean, I enjoy it, and I would probably play it again, but I don't think it's anything that I would want to stream full time again. You know.
Yeah. So I've noticed the kind of servers you guys are playing. It's a lot of. Do you guys enjoy playing really heavily modded servers?
I don't know.
No.
I prefer vanilla-esque
Exactly.
ones. No traders. No. I prefer them without maps and all that other stuff.
Like
really.
that server you were playing on today, Bosh. That one looked pretty cool. That one looks really awesome.
That's Happy Bomb server is Zero. Well, the Zero servers are all Happy Bombs, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the Banoff server. They're good, man. They're good. The problem is they're like EU servers. So when I'm streaming, a lot of times there's not a whole lot of population on. So you got to kind of work harder to find gunfights and things like that. Just make sure you get to the milli zones, the hot spots, you know?
Yeah, I went a couple days without seeing anybody at all, except for the two people that I purposefully met up with. And I was riding around in cars. Like, I was not being quiet by no standard. I was waiting for people to come. Nope, nothing at all. I tried to take a helicopter from the middle of an airfield, just like running out the middle of the nobody was. There was like 14 people on there at like prime time. It was 10 p.m. on a Friday.
Wow.
Like that should, but it's an EU server, and that's where they. It is what it is.
I get a lot of ping with the EU servers to where it affects like the gameplay. It's one of the when I first got my PC. Okay, so DayZ, the way I was introduced to it, DayZ, I've never had a PC. I've always had a console. Right, PC was really expensive. So I was introduced to it on console when it came out for console, but it was so buggy. I didn't even pick it. Like I bought it and I was just like, that game's like so buggy.
It was terrible, bro.
Yeah,
I played a lot of DayZ console. About 1,000 hours or so.
It was horrible. So then later on, I seen an announcement, you know, on the store, and it said like, oh, new Livonia map DLC. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab that map and check this game out a second time. And that's when it was better. Like it was a lot better. The bugs. It wasn't like
I love Livonia.
Yeah, and ever since then, that's when I started playing. So when I first got my PC, I was excited about, you know, oh my God, I get to finally play different maps and different stuff. One of the first servers I was really excited to get to was Karma Crew servers. Karma Crew servers was awesome, bro. I would watch Minder play, right? And I was like, dude, I totally want to get on there. That'd be so cool. And as soon as I got on, dude, the ping is what killed it for me. And it sucked because I was looking so forward to playing all this. And I gave it a shot. I mean, I stuck around with it for like a month, but I would get owned when it came down to shooting because there's just a lag for me.
Right.
But yeah, those were some of the first servers that interested me, dude. It was the Karma Crew.
I think that's the only reason I die, honestly.
It's like vanilla-ish, you know?
I think that's the only reason I die. This ping issues probably is the only reason I get killed.
Yeah. As you're shooting that, what was it, the 22 LR at someone today?
Dude, I lit his ass up and he just ran away. He started shooting me back. He fucking shot me a couple times and walked off. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude,
I thought he was going to go push on you. I thought
he would have had me. I would have been toast. I had my cleavers. All I had left. I was going to chop his ass, dude.
Yeah. So I guess, so kind of to tie it all in together, I was, you know, the high pink servers are kind of something I can't stick to. So a lot of the servers I've been trying out lately is day one servers because they're closer to LA and the ping's like real low, which is cool. I've been having a good time. But so I've been enjoying watching a lot of streamers, like smaller streamers. I feel like the content there is more like genuine. I feel
that was the word that popped in my head when you started talking. Yeah, genuine.
So many good content creators that have very small viewers that are so good to watch, and it baffles me, like, how are these people not getting more views? They're so funny, or they're so entertaining, or this is so good. And some of the bigger people don't really, I don't know, I go in there sometimes, they're fun to watch, but I don't feel included.
They're not engaging.
Well, I feel invisible sometimes, but you can't blame them because there's so many people.
So much. Well, that's like,
many people.
when I started streaming and stuff and started doing all that, Lax was just starting out as well, right? So, and we kind of course, he blew up, and I went all over the place and left DayZ for a while. But anyway, when he was coming up, dude, he was the same way. You'd watch him. It was still the same class act that he is now as far as the streaming stuff goes, but it was very interactive and stuff because he had the lower viewers and his chat wasn't so fast. But it just gets to a point where there's just nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
When you've got over 1,000 people watching, your chat's going so fast that when you glance over, you're just catching a few little here and there and responding. So it's like sometimes I'll go in there, and Lax even, he knows me. So if he sees me, he always says hi, blah, blah, blah. But I just go in there and I'll just be like, anymore in Lax's channel, I go in, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And that's it. If he sees it and says hi, cool. If not, so be it. I don't care. I'm just going to watch and enjoy it. Because
exactly.
I don't really interact much in the chat or anything anymore just because of that.
You get rated, sometimes you get rated by, big streamers and they come in with a lot of people. And when that happens, I see the chat and I'm like, that's hard to keep up with, dude. Like I cannot read all of that. There's no way.
I only had the biggest I had was like 50 some odd people in my chat.
And that's still a lot. Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It was crazy. So I couldn't imagine having 1,000, 2,000. Like some of the people I've started watching a couple of years ago, like I don't know, Tails. She was doing like 200-300 people when I first started watching her. Now she's at like 3,000 or 4,000. Not a titty streamer. Doesn't do any of that stuff. Like she's a good content creator. She's fucking hilarious. I wonder, just a lot of fun.
I wonder if they have their chat on slow at all, or do you just run it like that?
I mean, you can. I guess it's just up to whatever your preferences are.
Yeah.
I just don't know how. I don't know how the slow works because I've never really used it.
I've never done it either. Yeah.
I feel like it would cause the chat to lag behind or some shit.
Yeah. There's one setting that I do have on there, and it's where, like, when people chat, my mods see it 3 seconds before anyone does. So
that's dope.
It'll give them like a 3-second window if they catch it. I mean,
we're good like that in his bosses. We hawk that chat.
Of course, I don't know. My mods usually talk more shit than anybody else in my chat. So my mods are the ones talking shit. What the fuck?
This is so true. Oh god.
How long have you been streaming now? Like when did you start?
Man, I don't even know. I think like I started so long ago, but I never really took it seriously. I think I did it like once. And it was through console, like you could share it on PlayStation. You just press a button and it goes live. Yeah. I never really took it seriously until like about 2 years ago. I started like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and stream, and it just kind of took off from there. It's cool. I mean, it's not super popular, but it's really therapeutic almost. Like it's a fucking awesome place to be. I like it. And
I'm going to hit you guys with a weird truth, and I don't think I've ever told you this. I had no idea what Twitch was or what anything had to do with it until probably 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I heard about people that were doing it, but I completely ignored what it was, how it is, or anything. Like even talk about the old platforms that tried to rival. I had no idea what the fuck that means. Right. I had to go do searching because I wasn't around. I wasn't dealing with this stuff. I was raising children and doing all the stuff that I did when my other kids were younger. Now that I have my kids are older and I have a younger one, but that's a different story. I get to be in this area now. I love it. Like it's so cool that I was able to pick up this kind of hobby. And honestly, it's turning into cash. I mean, a little bit here and there, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But friends, dude. A hobby, cash. Like it's amazing. It's cool.
Dude.
I love it.
One of the biggest things that I've enjoyed ever since I started streaming is just number one, the community, dude. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like I don't know if it's like this for you guys and where you guys are at, but like the community that I live in, like I never fit in. Like I never did. It's a pretty rough neighborhood, but in order to make it, I had to fit in. You know what I mean? And be someone who I wasn't. But when I would stream, I would be like myself. You know what I mean? Like silly and goofy and just not caring if people make fun of me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I learned more about myself through streaming than I did like out in public. And it's the journey's been actually like eye opening for me, and to see people come in and create this community that I wish I had here. It is amazing, dude. So it's like I'll go to work, I'll spend time with my family, and then when it comes time to kick it and I go live, it's like you see people pop in. Like I know you and Dolph, when you guys see each other pop in the chat, it's like, oh, yo, what's up, dude? And you get that comfort feeling of like, cool, the homies are here, you know? And it's just, it's an awesome thing, dude.
I'll tell you, that's one thing I've noticed about your stream, bro, is like even like when I raid or if I could just come in or whatever, dude, like every single person that comes in your stream, you make them feel like just one of the family instantly.
Bro, like you're like,
you're so stoked and happy that they're there and just like coming to hang out. You're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're super, cool, and that's what made us want you on the channel, really. Is for one, your stream is good, and then two, just the way you handle yourself and stuff. And well, being a fellow pothead helps too, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for a while, it was funny because for a while when I first started streaming, I wasn't sure you know, if I could smoke, and I started looking up the rules and stuff. And I'm glad that they have rules where if it's legal, you're allowed to, because you're not breaking the law, you know. Yeah. But for a while, I still didn't want to show it because I didn't know if smoking in front of most people is offensive. I didn't know because I've only grown up here, you know. And so for a while, I didn't smoke on camera, and I never mentioned that I did. But then when I finally did, everyone kind of vibe more like, hell yeah, you know. And then I even got more people who were kind of on the same like wavelength and kind of interest, which was cool because I felt like number one, I was coming to be myself now here on stream, but now number two, I get to even show more of myself, which was cool. It's awesome.
I was the same way, man, because I'm live in Kansas City, go Chiefs, right? But anyway, it just recently became, I mean, medically it's been legal now for a couple years, but it just recently became recreational. So I had to, oh God, here we go with the dolphin shit. Here we go.
We'll start calling it out. We'll call out. We'll play this year.
But I had to hide it because of my job, man. Like my boss is, I mean, just for streaming stuff and like that, like he's literally, I know for a fact, I'm not going to mention where I work or anything like that, obviously, but he's made an account and come in my stream and stuff to try to catch me up on a few things and blah, 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 blah. But then once it became even medically legal here to where I had my card, I kind of started doing a little bit on stream and things like that. But there was a long period where I didn't smoke on stream. I would drink on stream and stuff, but I wouldn't smoke for, you know, the purpose of work and all that stuff. But now I just don't give a fuck. I'm like,
it was something me and him talk. So. It took us probably a couple weeks of talking back and forth about what the pros and cons of him smoking on camera and then also doing this podcast, because we openly smoke in here, and this is obviously a cannabis podcast, so like it was a big step for us to do this because of the same things that you're dealing with. Like, will we be accepted? Will it be legal? Will we get in trouble for that? Like all that stuff.
Jobs, anything, man. You just don't know.
Exactly. You don't know.
It still could affect mine. It honestly could, because I don't. But at this point, this is who I am. I love what I do. I take it for medical reasons. It's not that I'm trying to come out here and get stoned, although I do here and there. Like I do try and get stoned, but most of the day it's just to cope through the day. No, of course not. I'm coping through the day and trying to feel better and trying to keep myself from being really bad off. Yeah. And if they want to talk trash about that and they want to look at me sad, like sideways, like that's on them. I'll figure something else out. You're
also dealing with stuff, man, too. So a lot of the times I'm like, dude, would you rather people be just popping like super strong, crazy pills all the time, or using a plant to try to help themselves not have? You may still have to use some of it and stuff like that, but it's still going to help, kind of maybe help you not have to take as much or whatever or as often. Yeah. So,
well, I don't take any opioids anymore because of this. Like I used to take 4 to 6 10 milligram oxys a day, which isn't a lot. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's a lot." Yeah, well, that for me was a lot. Like I had to get off it. I had to get rid of it. It was so bad that you could feel yourself getting addicted to this stuff. Like I couldn't handle it. I had to stop. Like I would literally stop taking it for weeks at a time, even though I was in extreme amounts of pain, just to make sure I didn't get hooked. That's how. Yeah. But if you ever taken long-term pain management pills, you can feel yourself like when you need it. Your body's telling you, "Hey, we got to have this. This has got to come." It's a bad place to be.
Yeah,
and I don't get that now.
Opioids are very, very bad. They're very addictive. They're trying to start staying away from that now. Like doctors are starting not to prescribe as much here in California where I live. Right. And they're trying to, the people who are on it, they're trying to slowly wean them off it. But it's kind of hard because at one point they flooded everybody with it. And a couple people got really chemically dependent on it. So it's tough, for some.
Well, I've lost some friends to it, and I've lost some. We actually had a guy that was right at my age just a couple years ago. I worked right beside him for a while, and he got hooked on that shit, and he's no longer with us because he got one with fentanyl, and that was that. Yeah. So just here recently. Yeah. But so how did? Of course, I'm switching back to gaming now. But anyway, switching back up. How did you land on? Like, because for going from the console and then coming to PC, how did your transition go from going?
That was okay. So I was super excited to play. And one of the first servers I wanted to get in was Karma Crew, because I thought, if you're gonna play anything, you play with the best, because then you'll get to play that style, right?
Then, yeah, they were big.
Bro, I got spanked on there, and I was like, okay, let me try something else, and I wanted to try Deer Isle. And I actually streamed. I was like, okay, I'm going to stream this. It's going to be cool. My first PC stream. And it was cringy to watch, dude. I'm talking about, I was just the learning curve for the keyboard and mouse was steep. Right. And I couldn't even win a casual fist fight. It was horrible. And a lot of people were trying to say, there's a way to use controller. There's all these different ways you could use a controller. But I was like, nah, I want to learn.
Yeah, man.
This.
I
want the full experience.
You know what I
mean? Yeah. And so I've stuck with it. And I'm not the best, but I've come a long way.
I'm pro, man. I don't ever miss or nothing.
I know. I've noticed today.
I mean, you watch me. I'm pretty.
I watched it. I've seen it. Where's you got a small dick reward?
Oh, yeah.
No,
there you go.
Catch that in right now.
Why are you being a dickhead right now? No.
Yeah. But, dude, God. Hey, I wanted to say the podcast. I've been watching the VODs. They're fucking awesome, man. I enjoy it.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I can't wait to share this.
Dolph brought this up to me. Well, Dolph came
really cool.
to me about the podcast, and I'll be honest with you, Dolph is also the one that introduced me to you as far as asking me to raid you initially and stuff too. So.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. I think I came into your channel from a Minder raid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, me and Minder go way back, dude.
Yeah.
We again with the whole lax and all that stuff, man. I'm not, and then Mr. OG at one point I was on console and he approached Minder. I was watching his stream and he actually approached Minder about me joining Karma Crew there at one point. And of course, back then, dude, I was fucking getting shit faced drunk on stream and stuff. And, Minder's my boy, and I got nothing but respect for that guy. And he's pretty prim and proper and stuff. And I was getting shit faced drunk, slamming whiskey and shaking my fucking fat belly on stream and all kinds of stuff. And he's like, well, I think it would be good, but he might just need to find himself a little more as a streamer. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right, bro.
Bro, Minder, I gotta say, is one of he's one of the most genuine, like, big streamers that I've met. Like, he's such a down to earth person. He's really cool. He
is a cool cat.
He rated me like a good amount of times, and he was one of the big streamers that was genuinely nice and like would genuinely interact with you and had time. Yeah. And he was cool. I did a lot of runs with him, dude. I did a lot of runs with him when I started streaming on PC. But what sucks is my hard drive crashed, dude, and I had all this footage of like videos I wanted to edit that are just like gone. Including like family videos that I had on there, dude, like of like my kids' vacations when they were young.
I still have an old tower sitting in my fucking closet back here that I haven't plugged in forever. That probably has some just fucking shit tons of photos and stuff on it.
Yeah,
I need to hook it up one of these times. I think the whole thing is like the whole computer's like 80 gig of storage or something. It's super small. But one of these days I'm gonna have to plug it in, just see what the fuck's on there.
Dolph, do you like use like backup storage to the cloud? Like, do you ever back stuff up to the cloud?
You back stuff up, all right?
We do RS for the podcast. Talk about
anything, anything at all. Do you use like cloud storage at all?
So we use RSS to host our podcast. So that's our backup. They have backups there, and then also in the Riverside we have backups in there also. Other than that, Twitch has my VODs. That's about all I have at this point.
Yeah, because I think like remember like back in the day you would get like those disposable cameras and then sometimes not even develop the films,
right.
You
got a whole drawer full of them bitches.
Yeah, and then we got cell phones, right? And now we're like taking videos and pictures on our cell phones, but like do you like no one really moves them off the phone? So then your phone breaks or like gets stolen or dies and they're kind of just there, right? Like I don't really know too many people who like back stuff up. I still don't do it. And
so backing up like that?
Like, like I know it exists, but I never use that, and I should, because I lost a whole hard drive full of crap.
I'll be honest with you, my shit's probably backed up, but I couldn't tell you where or how to get to it. So
it's so weird because when you
think smart people helping him,
when you think about it, the technology is awesome. It's a good idea. It's like back everything up to the cloud. That way you can access it from anywhere and never gets lost, right? But like I don't know how to do it, and I don't know anyone who does it. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I back up all of our podcasts up online.
I don't know how to do it.
Super easy. I mean,
it's weird too because sometimes I'll like turn on my computer and it has like all these check marks like this is backed up, and I'm like, wow, okay, I'm like, cool, I did.
Dude, I'll tell you too. It's a good thing to back that shit up because I got I got in trouble. I got smacked on the hand a few times from Twitch. I've been suspended twice.
No way.
Yeah.
What'd you do? What'd you do? I want to know what you did.
Well, the first one I got suspended for, the stream was going crazy, and I used to take shots for subs and things like that. And I don't know, man, we got fucking stupid and I ended up getting sick on stream. And so I ran off the camera. And the bathroom was right there by where I stream, and I'm getting sick so people can still hear it and stuff. So I come back after I get sick, I come back in. Of course, I'm still alive, and I look down and realize I had got my pants a little messy with throw up. And so I took my pants off on stream. And then right then there was several hundred people watching at the time, and Twitch was already there because as soon as I dropped my pants, they pulled the plug on me. And then I was suspended. I couldn't log back in. I got 24 hours for that, and then
that's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, it was funny, man. But
whoa.
But anyway,
you're not going to glaze over. What's the other one? No. Go back.
What's the other one?
What's the other one? The one that you don't talk about, because you didn't tell me what the other one either.
I don't talk about the other one. The other one I said I called a stream sniper. What's that?
This is a safe space.
Oh yeah, no. I had a stream sniper that was I played Atlas. I played Atlas on stream, and I had stream snipers that would, like, by the end of that, when I left Atlas, I was getting pretty decent views at any given time. So I had stream snipers that would actually sit outside these ports and wait for me. So as soon as I went live, they'd be waiting for me and just sink my ship and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's wrong.
Yeah. So anyway, they I think my camera messed up, but anyway. Anyway, I kind of got into it with them and said a word I shouldn't have, and I said something about somebody, which I don't have any issues with anybody like that. I was just mad, and I said a word, and next thing you know, I got banned, and I'm like, damn it. It was
sucks.
Something about somebody being gay or something, and bam, I haven't done it again since. But that stream sniper got the best of me that time, and I swore, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not letting that shit happen again. And that guy's actually been back around since. You know what I'm saying? Like, he actually came back in at one point, and I was cool.
I was like, dude, they want that reaction. You know what I'm saying? They want to trigger something. Freaking stream snipers, dude.
I'm having issues with my camera. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. A thing about names and like calling names and like words nowadays.
That's a good face I got there.
It's so crazy how everything is so different now from when we were growing up. I don't know how old you guys are, but when I was growing up, like the way we would mess around with each other, make fun of each other, we were a lot looser with words and people wouldn't get so offended. And now it's like, I'm used to growing up and teasing like that. And if you say certain words that we used to say all the time back in the day, that was no problem.
It gets you canceled.
People get like so super offended. And for a while, it's kind of like, I understand. Like, I get it. I do. But it's like when I say those words, which I don't anymore. But when I used to, I didn't mean it in that manner, how they were trying to perceive it. It wasn't in that manner. Like,
well, and that's how this was, man. Like, it was just an out of anger thing. It was like, I said, I used the F word, 3-letter F word for being gay. And I said, you're such you know, and then next thing you know, I was off for 7 days. So I had to stream on YouTube
and it was like that,
for 7 days.
Like, even that word, like back in the day, that you would say that word and it wouldn't mean how they're perceiving it. It would mean like, that's dumb. Or
it's almost just like saying you're being stupid.
Like, it's just like,
Or but back then it was obviously not anymore. But
it's
anyway,
like
I knew better.
Yeah,
I knew better because as soon as I did it, the next thing you know, that same person was the one that reported me, and then I was banned. Like they won that. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I learned.
Yeah,
you know, I was like, okay, well, I'm not letting that happen again.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that those words are okay or anything. What I'm just saying is that the change happened so quick that for people who were using it in not that manner, a different manner,
right?
It sometimes it slips, and it's
yeah. Well, so when we were growing up and stuff, man, that's just 40. How you talked.
Yeah, I'm 44. He's 43. I don't know how old you are, but we grew up in the 80s. Like those words, things like that, they flew. Like, like you ever listened to this TikTok guy, Gen X Talks? If you haven't seen him,
never.
Hilarious. It's a kid talking to his dad, and
I've seen
wondering what the Gen X dad talks about. And it's really funny, but it's a different kind of mentality that we had back then. Like we were kind of feral, but then I got you better though. I went from having that kind of grow up until I went in the Army at 17, and we weren't allowed to have a filter. Like if you were trying to filter your words and not talk like everybody, you were going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
So you adopted things that, like, I still say some things today that some people that weren't in the military or and that kind of, like, they're like, you shouldn't say that. That's not a good thing to say.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, I'm like, I don't see a problem with it, but I have a weird upbringing. Like, I knew that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man,
I'm pretty sure there's probably a couple of episodes of like Married with Children that you for sure can't air nowadays. You know what I mean? Like that show was fucking hilarious, by the way.
That show was awful.
I remember watching that. My parents would watch that all the time. I was like growing up watching that shit as a kid, bro.
Yeah,
that shit was amazing.
It's
let's pause the recording. Let's refresh.
Used to, you know?
Hey, Bosch, hit F5. What's going to happen to him? He's going to leave for a second.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
This is a cool program. All it does is just, it all goes through a cloud. Look at that.
That's awesome. So do you do any video editing for this at all?
I do all the editing.
Do you edit anything else as well?
No, not really. I've never edited a thing in my life until I started doing this podcast. I said, I want to do a podcast. I want to do it as cheap as possible. So I'm going to do it all myself. So I went and spent $100 and got Corel Ultimate Studio 2022. Bought that, bought all the licensing that we need to do. We paid for our logo and all that stuff. Like, just quick. Like I said, we're at 30 episodes already. We put one a week every single week. We don't slow down. We don't, like, no matter what's going on, we still do something.
That schedule's demanding to do that. I don't think people really. I do a lot of video editing as well, and I don't think people really know like what goes into video editing. You know, and it could take a while. So doing a video a week, that's quite an accomplishment.
This one's pretty good though. It's not because this program it does the editing with it. Like it has the side by sides like that. Cool. It only has to do when I have to cut it. Like if I have like this, if I want to cut this out, which I won't. I like me and you talking.
Yeah. No.
Screw that guy. Screw that guy. But yeah, like I won't. Like I can edit this out. I can take it to single panel. Covering up the audio. Like it's a really good thing to do overlays, transitions. It does. I'm getting there, and it's all. I'm just self-taught though. That's the thing. Like I'm not going to pay anybody to do it. I'm going to learn it, and the product gets better every single week that I'm able to put out.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that. that.
Yeah. The more you do it, the more you learn and you improve. Exactly. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, I started on console. I've only had console. I taught myself how to edit and how to, post on YouTube, how to do a bunch of recordings. And I learned it all from like Google, just watching YouTube videos, dude, and just learning about editing is really, really complicated at times. But I was using, I started a while ago. So I was using programs that they have out now make it easier. Like simple.
Oh, this is so easy.
You can add like animation. Yeah. So the one I was using was Sony Movie Studio Platinum, which was like basically you have to start everything from scratch. It's like you have a blank piece of paper and you have to do everything. Like, so I know the ins and outs of editing, but it takes me a while to do it.
See, this one has tools. All you do is you're pulling in clips and loading it into the clips, and then you can layer them with the audio and everything. It's very, very simple. I mute in this one, turn the volume up, fade in, fade out, all that crap. Like it's really easy to do, and it's literally just right clicking most of the stuff that you're gonna do and just fixing it.
Nice.
I decided I didn't want you guys to see me anymore.
Shy.
It's a better option for us, honestly.
I figured you guys were probably starting to pitch tents or something, so I had to turn my cam off before it got out of control.
That's a smooth move. Well, I guess I'm out of here then. No, I'm just kidding.
This show's over.
So what do you see, coming up in the future for this podcast? Like, do you see any ways you want to develop it further, or like I like the fact that I'm here, and I seen another podcast where you had someone else on who played GTRP. I think it was one of your boys.
Peels?
Yes,
or Peels
or Rouse House.
No,
maybe.
no, it was Rouse House. Yeah, it was Rouse House.
Yeah,
he also plays. I seen him play DayZ with you guys as well.
He plays with
I
us.
think the last time I seen him playing with you guys was it was like a PvP kind of tournament thing you guys were doing.
Yeah,
I was watching that.
That was fun.
That was.
I got some good feedback about that. I was very upset after that stream because I averaged like 3 viewers the whole night. And part of that was because they were in his stream, whatever, and it was supposed to be a co-stream. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. But I got some feedback, and it really made me feel like, okay, that might have been why people didn't stay, because people came, but they left quickly. Like, they didn't stay around. And I was basically just being too sweaty trying to be a good PvPer rather than trying to do what I normally do, which is talk shit with my people and have a good time. Like, I was trying to win, which I did. I wanted a helicopter on my server. I loved it. I was happy. But my stream suffered because it was not me. It wasn't who I am. It wasn't how I normally am. So people that would normally stay around didn't. So it was cool to hear that. Papa Dak told me that. So
feedback is always great, dude. Like that, I love feedback, and I feel like some people don't want to leave feedback because they might feel like that you might take it wrong or offend the person, right? Mm-hmm. But I always welcome it because it's what we need. It's how you.
I challenge give feedback. Give it to me. I can handle it.
Yeah.
I told Bosch, you can be as blunt and forward as possible with me to get your point across the way that it needs to get across, because I'm not going to feel that it's mean. Again, I grew up poor. I grew up in all that stuff. Like, I was adopted. I was in the Army at 17. I have very thick skin. If you can offend me, you are an extremely talented person.
Like, you got an award for that person. You're just waiting.
Absolutely. Yes. Man.
I got some
bad.
spicy pickle, some of these spicy pickle bites. Look at that. Mm.
Oh, snap.
They're medicated.
Sponsored. I'm not
spicy
sponsored.
pickle bites medicated or no?
No.
No, okay. I thought they were like some kind of fucking edibles or some shit.
No.
I say, if you want some of those, I can get you a girl.
I heard you guys talking about, you were on stream the other day talking about some kind of motherfucking, what was it? Not habanero, some kind of fucking chips or some shit. I can't remember, but me and spicy food don't get along, bro. No, you guys were talking about it. I'm like, oh, hell no.
It was garlic, habanero garlic chili powder.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Oh, so good.
Yeah, me and spicy food can't get along, man. Ooh,
so, Bosh, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. You want to know I tell you what's all in your head? 5-6 years ago, I got meningitis. I realized that I spiked a fever and whatever, but the week before I knew I had to go to the hospital. I was eating these spicy wings, mango habanero, and I can't eat spicy at all, but I was like, fuck, these things are amazing. And it was a dry rub too, and they were so tasty. I was like, I love these things. These are great. They're not even hot. Yeah, I didn't realize I was sick. My brain was frying. Like, yeah, dude. So I thought I turned the switch like in my brain to stop eating like the heat. So I got out of the hospital after they cured me. I went back to that place to try and eat it and almost died. I had one bite of the wings.
What was the place? I want to go now.
It was in Edison, New Jersey. It's called Quick Stop. No, not Quick Stop.
I thought it was a chain or something. I was like,
no,
I want to get me some of these.
It's a local. It's all like car themed. Hold on.
Oh, it's like themed. Oh, that's cool. Car themed.
Yeah.
So
like,
what other?
God, is this place even still there?
That's
We're talking shit.
right.
Go
You
ahead,
gotta talk shit. Are you done yet?
Talk about
Okay,
yourself.
we're gonna have to get somebody that can Google faster here. What the fuck? Who's paying
Don't
this
remember
guy?
the name, dickhead.
Yeah.
That's funny. Bosh, what happened to the camera? Is it not working?
I don't know, man. It crapped out. I'm probably gonna have to unhook it and reset it or something, you know.
Well, yeah,
or I
get you
just
like a little
I just
avatar
crapped
there.
out. But my other camera's not working either, man. I got 2 cameras, but neither one of them are working. So who knows? Just crapped out on me. So is Daisy? Is that like all you stream now? Are you like is Daisy your main thing? Or
so when I first started like streaming, like really streaming, I was really what I first started trying to do was PlayStation trophies. I was like, I still am like a huge trophy whore, dude. Like if I get a game, I got to get all the trophies on console. So that's really what I was streaming. I was just playing different games, trying to get the trophies.
Right.
And I just loving doing what I'm doing. I didn't really get a lot of viewers, which didn't matter to me because I was just streaming anyways.
Right.
And, that's when I started trying DayZ. And when I was trying DayZ, I was getting a lot of people coming in and they were, giving me all these tips, which I thought was cool because it was making me better in the game.
Right.
And that's when I just really fell in love with the game, dude. Like the better I got at it, the more intriguing it became because I could last longer,
So get better?
Make a fire now. Yeah.
When I get good, I'll get better. Hell yeah, I can't wait.
But dude, like, seriously, and I tell chat all the time, I'm like, hey, you guys literally got me to where I'm at now. Like, and you guys seen it from beginning to end, dude, which was cool. Because they gave me a lot of tips, dude. I didn't know how to do a lot of shit.
Yeah, I started jumping around, like first streaming. Like when I first started streaming, I was all over the place, but it didn't take me long before I got in DayZ.
Yeah.
And that's where I really started getting some numbers and I got some people watching and then met a lot of the people that I'm still gaming with today. You know what I mean? And it's just the community as far as DayZ goes has been great. And then I switched over to PC and I left DayZ for a long time because when I switched over to PC, I just like all the modded servers, I couldn't seem to find a server. I guess I probably didn't give enough time. That really was the way I wanted to play DayZ coming from console. And so I abandoned it and went to all these other games and stuff. And my community or my channel may have suffered a little bit for it, but overall, I think it's been a good experience. And now I've been back on DayZ now for a while, a couple months at least. I don't even know, but it's been good coming back.
Yeah.
I hate survival games.
You hate survival games? No way.
Hate them. Really?
Yeah, he never played them. He's always like, survival games, I don't really like them. Blah, 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 blah. And I finally got him to play a few, and he stuck around and kept playing, and now he streams DayZ.
Dolph, I'm glad you streamed DayZ, man. I watched the stream, dude. I watched the VODs. It's good. I like the vibes, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I seriously, I watch everybody's stuff. Like even before here, I was in Bosch's stream, and when I wasn't watching Bosch, I was watching other people like Tailwolf, or I enjoy watching small streamers. But a lot of the times, I don't. It's weird. I don't know. Does this happen to you guys too? Like a lot of the times, you get some people that you notice. Like sometimes, if your viewer count's high, they'll come in and they'll say hi, and they just kind of want to shout out, and then they leave.
Right.
And you kind of start seeing like who the real people are in your stream.
That hang out, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They actually hang out and really engage, yeah.
Yeah,
and so I noticed that, and like me, the kind of person I am, I'm so busy. Like sometimes I'll be chilling and lurking and watching, but then I got to get up because my son needs something, or I got to go get the food.
I'm the same way.
So I might leave, or I'm watching while I'm driving. I got to turn it off, and I never wanted people to ever think that I was there for anything else but to watch the stream. So a lot of the times I watch people.
Asshole.
Yeah, a lot of times I watch people. I don't even say anything. I don't even say anything, and I feel like I sometimes I don't even want to shout out, dude. I was like, I don't want to shout. I just want to say hi, dude. Like this is cool. Like I'm liking the stream,
Well, I do that same stuff, man. Like I don't want to come in and be like, I get what you're saying, because like when I go into other people's streams and like yours or whoever's, like I don't want to talk too much and seem like I'm there trying to put on or promote myself or whatever. Absolutely, absolutely.
It's weird. I try not to. It doesn't upset me, I get what they're trying to do, but it's just kind of like, that sucks,
Well, I'm just a typer. I like chatting to people, so I just talk shit. That's for whoever though. I'm not trying to put my name
that's
out
fine
there.
too. Yeah.
I'm just
No, I always welcome. Like if I know you stream, I shut you. I don't even care about it. But I don't ever want people to think that like that's what I'm about. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah, absolutely. And we've covered on this podcast on that back on past episodes and stuff about etiquette. You know, when you're being a streamer, coming in other streamers' chats and things like that, and just being respectful. And you know, really all it takes is just hanging around like we've done, and you know, right? If you want the person to know you stream and maybe try to play or get to know that, you know, that person as a streamer and stuff through raids and just being in chat and being, you know, interacting. You don't have to promote yourself because in time it's gonna come back, you know.
Yeah, so some of the coolest things that I like is like sometimes I'll have, you know, there's people in my community who they've been watching for a while and I know them and we talk and we, you know, talk even in Discord and like off stream. And then I find out they stream, and I'm like, "Dude, that's so cool."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's awesome.
You're like, I had no idea.
I didn't even know you streamed. Like that's awesome. And then I watch them, and I'm like, "That's so fucking cool, man!" Like,
right?
It's cool. It's really cool.
Or better, like but, they're really good too. It's like, what the fuck, man? I could have been helping you out and helping you out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, this is so cool. Yeah, but
it's hard. It's tough especially as a new content creator. Like I'm watching someone that is taking a lot longer right now, and Skyhawks, he's listening. I guarantee he is. It's taking longer for him to get the viewers and the follows and everything than it did for me. And it's tough to watch because mine went really quickly. Like in 2 months, I was affiliated, and here I am. Like I don't know how he's sticking with it as being as positive as he is because he really wants to be affiliate, and I want to help him. Like, I don't know. The only reason it took me so little time was because of Bosch and the crew. Like they were all like, yes, let's get him done. And tons of follows, tons of views, like, and it just popped off and it happened. Yeah. I appreciate that. We're trying to help Skyhawks now. So if you listen to this, listen to Skyhawks at Twitch. He's amazing. Great new streamer. He's part of the crew and lots of fun to watch.
I'm going to be there. Send me the link.
He's a definite trip. He plays on the Dark Days server with me, but he also plays, a lot of PvP, and he's getting really good really fast. He's been playing for like a month. Like when you watch him, you will be surprised.
Yeah, he's a cool cat, man.
He's a cool guy and really supportive of Bosch, really supportive of the podcast and my stream too. Well, I love it.
Well, Treats, man, I want to say, dude, I think you're super good at what you do, and
I do.
And so much, just a genuine good guy, man. And I think that even more now that we've had you on the show and got to hang out. I'm sorry my fucking camera crapped out midway through. I don't know what's going on there.
No worries, man.
Decided it was tired. It decided it was tired. So, and I'm glad to hear I've been saying your name right, because I was hoping I wasn't saying it wrong or messing it all up, because I never fucking know, dude.
All right, so if you said it wrong, I'd be like, it's cool with me. I don't care.
Right. Same.
Where did you get your name?
Dude, so I got my name because I've always been getting stoned, and all the time, you know how you get cottonmouth? I would carry like all the time on me, like Jolly Ranchers or some kind of treats on me, like just to snack on. And all my friends would always ask me for it. Like, hey, you got any treats? You got treats? And they're like, we're going to call you Treats, dude. Like, this guy's always got the treats.
That's a cool nickname, though. I dig it.
I always got little snacks. I see, look, I always get my little snacks going around.
We're fat and love treats. Shit,
man.
So.
I love eating, dude. Man, this podcast definitely went fast, and I had a fun time. I wish it was an ending. That's how fun it is.
It's been excellent.
So, for anyone future coming to this podcast, you're gonna have a great time.
Hell yeah, man! Well, huge shout out to you, man. And again, I apologize for my camera problems, brother.
No worries. Thanks for having me, man.
Guys, if you don't follow OG Treats, please jump over on Twitch. We'll have a link below. Be sure to drop him a follow. Super cool cat. Another cannabis connoisseur.
Yes.
Just an all around good fucking guy, man. Thank you so much, OG Treats. Until next time, episode 30, baby. Guys. Much love.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe below if you like our content. New episodes dropping every Friday. Stay tuned.